Next to come on stage is Alexis Thobellem. Alexis Thobellem is working for quite an interesting brand, part of Danone, Evian. He's the global Evian digital manager, and for the first time he will present in English what he called digital impressionism. Please help me welcome Alexis on stage.
Thank you. Hi, then my name is Alexis Thobellem. I'm the Global Evian Digital Manager, and I'm here to share with you today one of the most exciting digital experience I've ever had. But before that, please, let me introduce to you the brand Evian in three short points. First of all, Evian is a raindrop that falls onto the Gavo Plateau at 800 meters altitude in a town called Evian, in France. And during the next 22 years, this raindrop will take a 400-meter journey through the rocks, 200 meters underground. And once the water springs out, our sole job is to bottle it, never ever touching it, and then take it to your table. Nature invented this process thousands of years ago, but we are part of it since 1826. Evian literally invented the bottled water category and has been exporting it worldwide since the 70s and is today present in over 140 countries. The second important element to understand the brand Evian is the way we look at the brand at Danone. It is simple, and sometimes simple is good. A brand has something, a brand does something, and the brand makes you feel something. And applied to Evian, it makes things extremely clear. Evian has natural purity, Evian is good for your health, and Evian makes you feel young. And if the whole brand has revisited all those territories, our efforts since 2009 are, globally speaking, focusing on the expressions of the sensation of use. The last element to perfectly understand the brand is the way we organize our communication. And since 1209, as many other brands in the world, we are organized at a global level, local levels, where global leads the content strategy and production, and local handles the local activation and the dialogue. And according to me, this organization perfectly fits digital. But we're here now to talk about digital. But let's be clear. I'm not here to talk to you today about the roller babies. I really resist the temptation to show you the key figure of the campaigns, and definitely we have truly distanced ourselves from it. Likewise, I have not come here to talk to you about Baby Inside, even though we are very pleased that 40,000 people have had brand experience generating the most populated video clip ever produced. 1211 is already ancient history. I'm not here to talk to you either about our services as myevian.com or Evian Chez Vous and its future smart drop, which will allow you to order your Evian directly from your fridge in 3 clicks and have it home delivered the same day. And finally, I won't talk to you about MeloTweets, the iPad application that transforms your Twitter timeline into a musical, appeasing, refreshing, original experience. Besides, you've probably never heard of it anyway. So I'm not here to talk to you in millions, but rather in thousands. I've come here to talk to you about Evian the Source, our digital brand curation experience project. We think there's something really interesting here. However, before presenting this experience to you, let me show you the elements that guided our thinkings. Clearly, we wanted a project that could create a lively embodiment of the power of being alive, of what the core sensation of use are. This is definitely our central topic. We wanted a project able to deliver each day some wonderment to all the Evian social media presences in the world. Fan pages, Twitter streams, Instagram accounts, Pinterest board. That same wonderment we are trying to build during our big campaign. We wanted a project that could answer a simple question. The classical interrogation is to know what the digital can do for the brands, but our requirement was really different. We wanted to know what we could do for the web, what we could bring to web users. And definitely, we wanted a project with more depth, a more positive, more refreshing, more energizing project than the current lol and trash. And then we came out with Evian the Source. Since it is essentially about curation, something we hear quite often those times, let's have a look at this term and its semantic evolution. Year 500 BC, curators were high-ranking government employees who supervised large-scale works such as the building of bridges or roads. At the end of the 14th century, the term curate was used to designate a spiritual guide, the one responsible for the care. And finally, at the end of the 20th century, the term curator is associated with museums and other exhibition halls and designates the person in charge of the organization of the collections. But in practical terms, what is Evian the Source? Evian the Source is a central content curation platform which aims at aggregating brand-relevant content, something a local Evian digital manager could daily tap into to initiate dialogue on local social presences to bring about digital engagement around the brand. And definitely, our process is now finely tuned. First, we identify some content generated by internet users, created in a manner of expression and meaning that we feel are close to the message of youth and awakening of senses we want to deliver. After that, we ask permission from the authors to use the contents on our website and social accounts. If we do not obtain their consent, we do not publish. With a positive answer, we do editorialize the content, and then we publish it on the source. And finally, the local digital managers come and spread those contents on social platforms. It could be easy, it seems almost simple, but what makes it hard, of course, is the design and the maintenance of the editorial line we do for the source. And perfectly in line with the requirement presented before, with its own baseline, awaken your sense of wonder, the source offers strong contents which can talk about the delight of human genius and its beauty. But let's go back to marketing. What are our key objectives? I'm sure you understood it. We are looking for an engagement generated through the distribution of the source contents on social local platform. No traffic measurement on the source.com, no loyalty schemes on the website. Everything is built to create a sort of social subscription to the source local stream. And of course, we do that to print a better brand perception. But clearly, what are the results? The source is a very young project, less than 200 days. But depending on the countries, the social media interactions, the quantity of interactions between the brand and its fan or followers multiplied 5 to 10 times. That's it for the clinical view. But let's step back a bit from what we're doing and let's try to place brand curation within the marketing evolution. First step, 60 years ago, those organizations that sell products and services perfectly embodied in the concept of enterprise with a big E. It was strong, it was robust, authoritarian, domineering. It felt safe, and at this time, safety was in demand. Second step, and then first mutation. From the 70s, enterprises became brands because people wanted storytelling. They wanted to be charmed by deep personal connection. But a problem then, as Selina Barahona rightly said, the advertising grammar inherited from the Mad Men parenthèse enchantée becomes obsolete. 76% of people no longer believe in advertising discourse from the brands, but also an opportunity. Conversely, 84% of people believe in recommendation from their peers. And then you have there the third step and the second mutation of those organizations. As they understood this phenomenon, some brands started getting more human, with human silhouettes, with character, temperament, personality from flesh and blood individuals. But then happened the disruption of social media, and the advent of social media confirmed the choice of those clever brands. Those who had not understood the mutation received a brutal electroshock. Social media, a place made by humans, for humans, where brands were not initially expected. And in that context, Evian goes much further with its the source curation, since it's not only the channels, not only the tone of voice that is taken from the human, but the very contents from people who did not create it for them, for us initially. And indeed, this is a central message we want to deliver today. Day after day, contents after contents, while we are doing this digital curation for the source, we have the sensation we are doing digital impressionism. Yes, impressionism, from this painting technique which consists of putting brushstroke after brushstroke on a canvas to finally give a totally significant pictures. In fact, with the source, we are doing the same thing. And please allow me to do that last observation. If a TV copy allows the brand to be very accurate about a tiny fraction of its DNA, the digital impressionism executed by Evian the source allows us to express the brand territories 100 times more exhaustively than a TV copy. It is slightly less precise, but so much more complete. Thanks a lot.